Let's make 5 sourdough half loaves. Yum! This is all the starter I have left. It's about like maybe 2 tablespoons or something, so I'm going to feed it again so that it can keep going. You can also use this as an opportunity to take it out of one container, put it in another, and clean your main container, which is probably what I'm going to do as well. Alrighty, to my bowl I added 75 grams of starter, and then I added 150 grams of water, and I'm just going to whisk that together and do that with all the other bowls as well. We're making 5 little loaves. You can absolutely use a fork with this. It doesn't matter if you use a fork or a whisk or whatever. You just want to make sure that all of the starter and the water are mixed together properly. After that, you are going to add in 250 grams of all-purpose flour right into the bowl. And I like mine a little bit saltier, but you can do anywhere from like 5 to 8 grams of salt. I do 7 because I think that's perfect, just for a little extra taste. Once the flour and the salt have been added, you're just going to take a spatula and mix it all together. This is just how I mix it. You can do it however you want. I just turn the bowl, turn and burn, baby, whatever that means, and just keep mixing it in on itself. Eventually it will just come together like this one, and then you're just going to throw saran wrap over all of them, let them rest for about an hour, and then we'll come back to them. Alright, the dough has been sitting in the oven with the light on for about an hour, maybe a little bit more, but that's okay. So you're just going to take your dough out, take the plastic wrap off, and you're just going to do your first set of stretch and folds. So just taking the dough from the bottom, pushing it over, and just keep going all the way around. Make sure your hands are wet because then the dough will stick less to it. Probably won't stick, or not completely stick, but it does way less when you have your hands wet. So just do that for all 5 loaves. This is another view, okay? My hands are wet. I pick it up, I punch it down, turn it, pick it up, punch it down. And you saw how ugly it was or scraggly it was before. And look at that. It's just, gotta hold it with 2 hands almost. It's just coming together really nicely. If your hands get dry, in between, oh, this is a wild video. I'm probably getting seasick. If your hands get dry, in between, just wet them down a little bit. But look at that dough stretching. Then another thing I like to do is pick it up. Oh my goodness. There's that dough. And then turn it on the bottom side, put the saran wrap over it, and just keep going. I wash my hands before every time I do the stretch and folds, and I do 3 or 4 stretch and folds. It doesn't really matter, I haven't found. But I do the first one after it's been sitting for about an hour, and then I set a timer for half an hour, come do the second and the third and fourth after a half an hour. So it takes about 2 hours total for the stretch and folds, and then I let them sit in the oven with the light on for about 3 to 4 hours. You can either put them in the fridge after that, or you can bake them after that. I will probably be putting mine in the fridge because I have stuff that I need to do today. So you can do whatever you want though. They're all saran wrapped up. Just keep doing your stretch and folds until it's done. All right, there they are. They've been rising for about 2 hours, I think. And I'm okay with the size of bowl that I did because they're pretty much full, but there's all 5 of them. Like I said, you could heat up your Dutch oven right now, shape them and score them and whatnot, and it would be totally fine to bake. I have to go out. So I'm going to put them in the fridge, and then I'll let you know how long they were in the fridge for and show you what I do to score them and bake them all. Alright, this loaf has been sitting in the fridge for just over 4 hours. You can do it less time, but 4 hours is perfect for me, I think. I'm going to put a little flour on the counter. And then all I'm doing is folding it and shaping it a little bit. So I get the flour on the side, I push it away and pull it back. Push it away, pull it back, and just keep doing that. There's already bubbles starting to form, and just do that until it is nice and tight. Now that it's nice and tight, I just sprinkle some flour on top of it as well. My husband got this little thing. You scoop out the flour, and then on this side it's like a sifter, and it works the best out of anything I've ever used. And then you're just going to do your shaping. You can do whatever you want. I've been into making little eyes. I do one side, one side. Make a little eye of Sauron, however you pronounce it, whatever. But he also gets some eyelashes on each of the sides. And then I just do a line, oops, all the way around. That's what it looks like beforehand. My oven's preheating, my Dutch oven. It's been doing it for like 30 minutes, so it's time to go. It's in the Dutch oven. I'm going to bake it with the lid on for about 20 minutes. Take the lid off and bake for another 20 to 25 minutes until it gets nice golden brown delicious. If you have multiple Dutch ovens, you can do multiple loaves, but I only have one, so I'm going to do one at a time and just keep baking them until they're done. Do different designs on them. Do whatever designs you want. Don't do a design, but cut it into it a little bit so that you can get that dog ear that everyone talks about. Alright, here are the loaves the next day. They're nice and hard, or soft, I mean. I tried to do designs on each one of them. There's the eye. I tried to do like the S, the hardcore S or whatever. I don't know what that was. Another eye. And then a little heart. So I'm very excited. They're very easy. I baked them for 20 minutes in the Dutch oven with the lid on, and then took the lid off and baked for another 20 to 22 minutes. And there's the little ear on, I think all of them have the little ear. There's an ear, there's an ear, and there's an ear. So I'm very excited about it, and I hope my hubby's coworkers really like these today.